Steeler Nation, we have some breaking news this morning. When I woke up about half an hour ago, the Pittsburgh Steelers have signed offensive lineman Trent Scott. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know who this bloke is, but a lot of times I don't know who a lot of these players are. If they're not Steelers, I don't really look too much into it. But we have signed Trent Scott, offensive lineman from used to be a Charger, and he used to be last year with Carolina. So from the Steelers website, it says, the Pittsburgh Steelers have signed offensive lineman Trent Scott, the team announced. Scott spent the last 2 years with Carolina Panthers after playing his first 2 years in the NFL with LA. He comes to Pittsburgh with 53 games played, including 19 starts. So already, I kind of like that. Like a lot of these offseason things we've been doing with Pittsburgh, and the organization bringing in certain players like Mason Cole and James Daniels on the offensive line. We're bringing in some guys who have played actual games, or a fair few games. He's played 4 years in the NFL, so I like that. I like that already. It's not bringing a brand new rookie. It's not bringing someone who hasn't played any starts. He has 19 starts in the NFL, right? He's played a bit of guard and a bit of tackle. Played tackle last year with Carolina, right? And it says here too, the Steelers will add Scott to the offensive line that has already acquired James Daniels, Mason Cole to the offseason. So just like I said, you've already brought those guys in from the Bears and the Vikings. Now you bring in another guy from the Panthers. We're starting to build this offensive line back up where it needs to be physical, have a bit more depth than we did last year. If someone does go down, then you have someone, we have people to fill in that place and keep going, because what this line to me needs to be is to run the football and basically protect Mitchell Trubisky on those play action passes and make sure he does not get any hurt. And if we can keep Mitchell clean as best we can and open the running lanes for Najee, this offense looks fantastic and fun to watch. It looks, you've got Muth and Pickens and Claypool, all those guys, right? So I think it's a good addition. It's only a 1-year deal. The contract hasn't been announced yet, but it's only a 1-year deal. So it's giving this guy a shot. This guy shot within the depth chart to make room for the move. It goes on to say the Steelers have also waived guard Malcolm Pridgeon, and I have no idea who that guy is. I didn't know he was on the practice squad last year. Malcolm Pridgeon was a guard for the Steelers, but this is going to happen quite a bit in the Steelers now. We're getting, for the 90-man roster going down to 53, we talk about a fair bit. These fellas are getting a chance to play in the NFL. At the same time, when someone gets added, someone's cut. And for us as Steeler fans, we just go, who's that? Who's that guy? I have no idea who that is, And you start to think, well, in their life, that's their job. They literally got fired today. So Malcolm Pridgeon got fired, and we bring in the new guy, Trent Scott. So hopefully he has a chance to make the team coming into the mini camps and training camps, and going back to Latrobe, we'll have a good opportunity to become a Pittsburgh Steeler. Because if you look at the offensive like starters, right, or the depth chart with the offensive linemen, you still have Dan Moore, Dan Moore, Dotson, Cole, James, Corford, starters, right? Green maybe to back up, but I think Green will go center. Joe Hagan is in there, 71. Now, Hassenauer, I think, will also start, right? But along those lines, there is about, like we said in the past, there's about 17 players on the offensive line, right? And in those 17 players, the Steelers are probably only going to keep about 9 or 10, maybe maximum 10, but most likely 9. So with this move today, is it a big move? No, not at all. It's not a big move, like not at all. Some of you guys won't even know who this person is, like I didn't. I had no idea who it is. However, there is a connection. Pat Meyer, our offensive line coach, who we acquired from the Panthers, right, knows this player. He worked with Trent Scott last year and the year before. So you go into Trent Scott's, bio. He's 6'5", 320 pounds. Like, this dude's a machine. Like, this dude is massive. Like, he is tall, big. In my language, he's 145 kilos. He's quite young. He's 20. He's 28. So he's got a good, 4 or 5, maybe 6 years left in him. If he does become, hopefully, could be maybe a star in the future, depending how he goes. Right? We're getting him another shot. But he's played from 2018 with LA, and he played in Carolina from 2020 to 2021. So that connection there with Pat Meyer, obviously our offensive line coach, Pat Meyer, has an understanding of this player, and he's brought him in for a reason. Now, will he make the team? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if he'll make the team or not, because it is so hard to have the understanding with all the players that are in this team. There are, like I said, over 17 players. Now, in 20, this is quite interesting. What I wanted to point out lastly, in 2018, he played 22% snaps, right, quite low. In 2019, with the Chargers, he played left tackle. And he played 78% of the snaps. So he was featured quite well in that offense with Herbert. In 2020 and 2021, on average, he played 37% of snaps. So could he be a good depth piece? Maybe, quite possibly. And we need that. I think we need that for the Steelers offensive line. I think we need a bit more, because the injuries happened last year, and then you don't know who's coming in, and you don't want to be one of those teams where you go on ESPN and it's like over the last 6, 7, 8 weeks, they have started, 10 different combinations of offensive line. So hopefully our starters can keep healthy, and if they are healthy, but if you do need someone to come in, right, like Trent Scott or another offensive guy, then they can fill the gap and fill the role. So it is more or less just a camp pickup that these players are going to go into camp, but you never know. You never know what these players can do. He might shine in camp, and he might be one of our favorites. And it will be exciting to see if he does make the team. But it's going to be very exciting. And this year, I'm going to take have a bit more respect to the idea of like 90 men get cut down to 53, and then that's it. So over 40 people get cut, and then they start to find the practice squad. So it's just part of the business, but it is quite intriguing as well. Bringing in Trent Scott from the Panthers, and we'll see how he goes on a 1-year deal. You got to wish him all the luck. Very unfortunate for Pridgeon, who gets cut, but that is the nature of the beast, as I talk about, the nature of the business. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, this breaking news video from Steeler Nation Australia, my name's Mark. If you made it this far, hit that sub, help me out, and I'll see you guys later. Here we go, Steelers. Here we